Welcome everybody to our first episode of Unite Unleashed. Today we are going to be making a tier list of our own personal picks. We'll be using this tier list in a Nuzlocke from worst to best Pokemon as we go through it. We'll be ranking these Pokemon in 4 tiers. We'll be starting with the elites. Now these are my mains and other Pokemon I've seen dominate. In second place we have the Rising Stars. These are the Pokemon that are just a small buff away from breaking the game and completely just becoming elite. In the third place we have the Side Picks. These are the Pokemon that I feel unsure about. I would not expect them to play well competitively in the slightest. And lastly, the Bench Warmers. So these are the Pokemon they're just not good. They do the same as other Pokemon, but they don't do it as well. And where else to go but to get through it and get ready. Alright, let's see. We've got to start with the most broken things in the patch. That would be Dragapult. Now, he's just stupid. I don't know. You guys can fight me on that, but Dragapult's just broken. Next, I feel like if we're starting with an attacker, next we should do an all-rounder. All-rounder that I've been seeing perform way too well. So obviously Mewtwo X. In the defense field, I think it should be Blastoise. Blastoise is definitely elite. Speedster, not Meowscarada, that's for sure. Let's say Dodrio. Dodrio I think's got a really good composition. And support. I don't know, I think Hooper can be pretty broken, especially if you just keep putting down rings in the enemy's base, sending your team home and bringing them back for a fight immediately. Definitely. Another pick, Mimikyu, purely because Playrough. Playrough is disgusting. It should not be so broken, but here we are. Mew as well, the range. The amount of abilities that you have already is just stupid broken, but the range of Solar Beam, the Show It effect of Thunderball, no, that's definitely an elite. And I feel we have space for one more in the elites. And I kind of want to give it to Decidueye. He's been hitting so hard with that Spirit Shackle lately, it's hard to say that he doesn't deserve that. I think we're going to the Rising Stars from here, and we're probably going to start with Inteleon. Inteleon got nerfed recently with a bit of liquidation nerfs, but I think it's still good, it's still decent, it's quite a lot of fun. You just definitely don't do all that damage that you used to. Cinderace, definitely. I'll put Cinderace in front of Inteleon. He's just broken. The speed, the burn damage, the stacks of burn damage, it's just too much. Now, here we might start touching controversial lines. I'm gonna put Zacian in the Rising Stars. I just think he's too dependent on Aeos energy, and a Pokemon that can't score is a bit of a liability, so if he's not carrying the game, we're pretty much down one scorer and we're losing a fifth of all energy that we score. It's just awful. I would say next, Buzzwole. Buzzwole's pretty broken, just because of Leech Life. I mean, it's stupid. It does not need all that sustain, but here we are. I think another one we could put into the Rising Stars for the attackers is probably A9. Alolan Ninetales is been buffed recently with Dazzling Gleam, but it's didn't really need those buffs. I mean, it was doing perfectly fine with the other build, but it is here. Next, I think, would probably be Urshifu. Now I'm just putting one Urshifu here, but Rapid Strikes, Wicked Blow, I think of them all as the same thing. Surgeon Strike, sorry. I think Mewtwo Y deserves a spot in Rising Stars. Definitely. I think next we would go with some defenders. Trevenant's been doing bloody well. I think Slowbro actually deserves a position in the elites. Gudra has been doing too well. Lapras, I mean, there's no issue with defenders. Defenders are just... some of them aren't as good. I mean, Greedent is just a griefing Pokemon. But everything else is just doing so lovely. And for support... I would have to say Comfy. Actually no, Comfy deserves an elite. It's a useless Pokemon, it sits on you and does nothing, but the buffs are crazy. It just heals you no matter what. I think Blissey also fits into the Rising Stars position very well with Eldegoss. They're great, they're not broken, but they're great. I think from here we're going to the side picks. Now, these are Pokemon that I really don't pick all that often. And it's not really for one reason or another, there's just better Pokemon to pick. It's not that I don't like them, there's other Pokemon that do more for less. So I think here, we're probably going to have to start off with Venusaur. Now that's gonna be controversial, I can hear it in the comments already. Are you mad?
Venusaur's my favorite! Woo!
That's your problem. I don't think it's that useful. Mew does what it does so much better. And it's pretty much, to me, I think it's a dead Pokemon. Next would be Duraludon. Now Duraludon is more... it's the Pokemon that does things, right? Nobody picks it because it's kind of boring to play, but... It does things. I enjoy it. I just don't think that your teammates know how to support you when playing Duraludon. They're gonna overpush, they might not care about helping you, they might not even realize that you're easily gonna get this next KO and they're just gonna leave the fight. This is gonna be rough. Because I would... Garchomp deserves a position up there. Because I would say Marchamp, but this is just out of my own opinions again. Lucario, in their day, you know, in their prime, they were definitely top of competitive kind of play, especially on a 1-1-3 with Lucario. But at the moment, I just don't see it. Aegislash, yeah, Aegislash. I think he deserves the spot. Oh, we can't take Delphox. Delphox should be elite. That in the right hands, that's so broken. I would say Pikachu deserves a side pick once again for the same reason. I'm just gonna start the bench warmers already with Cramorant. I think Dragonite's a decent pick. It could do better. Asmodee, that's pretty good. I think Asmodee can take a Rising Star. I forgot about Blaziken. Blaziken's definitely elite. Got that new Pokemon smell. Titar's a side pick for me, definitely. Guardy's pretty good. Sylveon, I think... I don't know. I just don't... There's better picks. Glaceon's definitely a side pick. Umbreon, I just don't play this Pokemon all that much, but it's definitely elite. Mamoswine, Greedent, oh, they deserve those positions. Snorlax, Crustle, I can see them still being extremely useful, especially with leftovers. We're gonna have to put a Zoroark up here in the elites, definitely a monster. Benchwarmer, Zeraora, damn, you hate to see it, but it is what it is. Gengar recently got buffed quite nicely. It's still a bit lacking. I would say definitely Absol and Talonflame. I would think Talonflame's a bit more of a side pick compared to Leafeon. Leafeon's definitely cooking it. Meowscarada, I'm not gonna even enter that one, man. I don't know. Sableye, I think that's just trolling. Mime's okay. Wiggly can be good. Clefable's been quite decent, no dashing Pokemon if you try that kind of gameplay. Espeon I like as well, but there's things that do better. Yeah, Scissor and Scyther. Now, these two have kind of fallen off really hard. Really hard. And I think they deserve the bench warmer seat. Greninja's been doing so good. But he's still... we'll put him in like the last part of the Rising Stars. Chandelure. I think Chandelure... yeah. I want to put Mewtwo Y up here with the beats. Because it really is still so good. They nerfed it, but it's still so good. Charizard recently got a decent buff. I call it a Rising Star. Yeah, no, it's been doing too good. Serena also recently got buff. I'd say she's also in the Rising Star category. I think that's about it. That's our tier list. I'll catch you guys on the next episode where we actually put together our Nuzlocke for once and we start spinning the wheel and see if we can start winning. Catch you next time. Bye!